Welcome back in our episode of NBA 2K12. And now, next Wednesday, we have a one-game matchup where off the Wisconsin features two bitter Central Division rivalry is the Chicago Bulls and the Milwaukee Bucks. For this game, the Bucks will have to use the white and the Bulls who we have a black. If you don't get flexed in, so don't flex out right here, you're gonna keeping out. It will protect ESPN or something, it will flex them most likely. So this is Andre Genshin. We'll be right back after this and enjoy the video for the central rivalry between the Bulls X Bucks. Let's further ado, it's time, and enjoy the video live in Wisconsin at the Brantley Center. Here we go.
Hello and welcome. I'm Damon Bruce. Good to have you along for the NBA here on 2K Sports. A Sunday broadcast of the NBA. It'll be Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls facing off against Brandon Jennings and the Milwaukee Bucks. And now, time for the call by Kevin Harlan. We'll get you out for tip-off in Milwaukee.
A Sunday afternoon with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. With Doris Burke and Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, this is Kevin Harlan. Tip-off moments away, and State Farm presents the starting lineups. Okay, first for the Bulls. Derrick Rose is out there with Richard Hamilton. And they've got Joakim Noah, the big man at the center. He is the definition of a superstar and is always a major factor. And it's Boozer in at the power forward position. And looking at the Bucks, Jennings out there with Steven Jackson. And it's Andrew Bogut patrolling the middle. Always can be counted on, a looming presence and a force both offensively and defensively. And it's Michael Redd, and it's Gooden in at the 4 spot.
You know, guys, with only 6 wins in inter-division games, that wasn't terrible by the Bucks, but they missed some opportunities too.
And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Outside Rose. It's stolen by Bogut. Rose right up. And here's Rose. Guarded by Redd. It's up with 3. And Hamilton gets it to go on the assist by Rose. Hamilton's got his first 3 points of the game. And with that point you made, Clark, about the Bucks, they ended up just 2 games on the back of the basics. Steve, the Bucks are rising team, as is Indiana.
Yeah, they've got some potential there. They've got some good young talent. They've got an excellent coach in Scott Skiles. And they were right there, as you said, just 2 games out of the playoffs. So I think Milwaukee has a chance to get back into the postseason this year. So there's not much we can't do out there.
Chicago with the ball. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yeah, earlier I spoke with Scott Skiles. In terms of their defensive attitude coming into this one, he said, we've been protecting the rim very well at that end of the floor, and that's something I want to see continue today. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. So Clark and Steve, defense, it looks like, coming first for them today.
And while you don't really want to put all of your cookies in one jar, I mean, I think emphasis on defense is a way to go. Yeah, I'd agree, because if you come out and establish the defense right away, it kind of sets the tone, and you really kind of take control of that game emotionally.
Jackson against Noah. Fires from the wing. And Steven Jackson, the basket, on the assist from Brandon Jennings. It's been a quick start here for Chicago. 4-point game.
You know, Jennings had an injury to deal with last year and still improved his numbers overall, but you get the feeling he wanted a little more from his season, and I think it'll motivate him going forward.
And Rose picks him up defensively. And Jackson with the basket on the assist from Brandon Jennings. And with Jennings, Clark, he was able to up his field goal percentage, which is still very low. But I think, Steve, he was hoping for a breakout year.
Well, the 55-point game that he had almost was his first. I think that was his rookie season. He was just ridiculous. that night, but now everybody's expecting more. And the reality is he's so young, he's got so much to learn. There's a lot of room for growth there, and he's got to continue to work to get better.
It's blocked. Now here's Boozer, and here they come. Now here's Rose. And Jennings picks him up defensively. Stand by Jackson.
And part of the reason they are where they are is that they have taken care of the ball for the most part.
And the first one, folks.
Tough run here the last couple of seasons for Michael Redd. He's torn both his ACL and MCL the last couple of seasons, and he did both of them twice. That's almost unheard of.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Bogut. And Mbalamute comes in for Drew Gooden. Chicago also making some changes. Gibson comes in for Carlos Boozer. And it's Dang in for Butler. Thinking back to Michael Redd's injuries, it was nice to see him back out on the floor at the end of last season.
Yeah, I agree with you there. You know, I'm partial and biased to him, Red. A good friend, and he is a fellow OSU Buckeye. Obviously, great time with me, but nice to see him out healthy. I think he's got some good years ahead of him. He's a terrific leader. And now that he's been able to go through that the second time with that knee injury, I think he better knows how to get himself ready for NBA basketball.
Family up range. He's got a nice foundation right there. He seems like he's a real good
He's as high quality a guy as you ever know. Real good.
From deep Rose, the shot no good. And it's Milwaukee the other way. And they're running and stolen by Hamilton. Dang passes to Hamilton. The three. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist from Richard Hamilton. 9 points for Rose.
That's now 6 straight points off open threes. Get a hand up, fellas. Pay attention to the scouting report. Well, you know how quickly things can go south when you start giving up wide open looks to this team.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Andrew Bogut is checked in for Ilyasova. Gooden comes in for Michael Redd. And Chris Douglas-Roberts subbed in for Steven Jackson. Ashik is checked in for Chicago. Korver comes in for Richard Hamilton. It's stolen by Rose.
Yeah, just a nightmare start for them early in this game with the turnovers. 3 turnovers already, Steve, as you've documented. I mean, it feels like tip-off was seconds ago, and they're not holding on to the ball.
Jennings kicks to Douglas-Roberts. Gooden up top. Dang against Mbalamute. Lock at 6. Now here is Douglas-Roberts. The Bulls leading by 5. Rose working against Jennings. And Rose throws it down home.
Hey, don't let that size deceive you now. He can get to the rim as good as anybody.
Well, he doesn't mess around once he gets there, that's for sure.
No, guys, he loves to throw it down with some style.
That was our Sprite slam cam on the replay. Nice job by the camera crew. The 3 from Korver. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. He has 5.
Another open look hits bottom from outside. Yep, and that's 3 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc.
Jennings against Rose. Jennings with the bucket.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
It's a look.
That That's got to feel good, ending the quarter on a positive note.
Yeah, you would know that feeling well, my friend, wouldn't you?
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. It's the Bulls up 10.
Yeah, this team played an excellent first quarter offensively, moving the ball and getting a good flow to their offense. That's why you see those big assist totals.
Yeah, very timely passing for them, Steve, and that's why they've been able to jump out to this lead.
Don't go away. We'll see you in a moment. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. Here is Boykins.
Now, the Bulls had to battle some injuries last year, but it didn't slow them down one bit in their rampage through the East. Carlos Boozer missed time early. Joakim Noah missed a large chunk of the season as well, but it didn't slow them down.
Let's go down to the sideline and get it. Brought to you by Sprite, the Sprite Slam Cam on the replay.
Boy, that dunk got every... everybody up off their seat.
Oh, they're loving it, aren't they, Steve?
Well, how could they not? I mean, he put the cherry on top of the sundae on that.
Outside Jackson. Now the dish to Gooden. Over Korver. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
And they are just lighting them up from mid-range area.
You know, sometimes we forget about the value of the mid-range or in-between game. This team has made 8 of their last 10 with that. In-between shot.
But they recover it. Noah against Bogut. Shoots the three. Kyle Korver, and that's good. 8 points for him.
A few things you know you're going to get with a Scott Skiles coach team. Tough defense, tough-mindedness, and fundamentals are going to be demanded. That was a formula to work for the Bucks in their playoff run in 2010. They need to find some offense now.
Gets it together.
Every once in a while, they show us some pretty good moves around the league.
Hamilton gets the Korver. There's the triple, and the Bulls another three.
I think their only hope now, Clark, is to slow him down with a double team.
Well, they got to stop the bleeding, put the tourniquet on, and she's been tough to play straight up.
A 10-footer and another basket for Milwaukee. Back to Skiles. Unfortunately, last year they were just okay in those areas. But, Steve, they just had a horrible offense.
They were very good defensively, Kevin, but they just could not score. And I think that's the big challenge this year for the Bucks if they're going to get back into the playoffs. They've got to find a way to get easy baskets offensively.
Pretty pass there, right where he needed to put it.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
You got to keep everybody on the same page. They need to get their heads together. That's the goal.
A different look for Milwaukee. Julius Silva, he's checked in for Gooden. Leg comes in for Chris Douglas-Roberts. And it's Jennings in for Earl Boykins. Chicago also making some changes. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Dan. Butler comes in for Kyle Korver. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for C.J. Watson. Here's Jennings. Butler covering Jennings. And there's Bogut. That's good on the assist from Dorian Jennings. Jennings has got 3 assists now in this one. The Bulls leading by 11.
Andrew Bogut, the former #1 overall pick in the 2005 draft out of the University of Utah. And an excellent player for Milwaukee, a solid center out of Australia.
You know, he got one step ahead of the defense on that one. Excellent job.
Ran outside. The shot's good. Jennings making it good. Jennings has got his 4th assist first in this one. And Bogut, some people think he's probably the best Australian player in NBA history. It's hard to disagree. Luke Longley is from Australia, but Bogut's got a lot on the ball.
Yeah, and beyond that, Kevin, I think he can be one of the top couple of big guys in the league if he can just be healthy. If he can rebound, block shot, and score at a high level.
Puts up the baby hook. Checks and misses. Guys, they've really built a nice lead here.
And I tell you what, I don't see any sign of them slowing down.
Took him no time at all on that one. 13 points for Rose.
And you talk about domination of the division. The Bulls finished 15-1 against their rivals in the Central Division. That was the best intra-division record for any team last year.
1:30 left in the second quarter. And Jennings picks him up defensively. Hamilton, guarded by Jackson. That is good. Hamilton's got 13. And back to that for just a second. Steve brings up about the Bulls and what they finished against the Central Division. They really were incredibly successful within their own group.
Dominant and efficient. They swept everybody but the Pacers, who they ended up seeing in the first round of the playoffs. That's about as good as you can be in your own division.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, it's no secret that Tom Thibodeau's defensive scheme is very detailed, often relying on statistical breakdowns. As former NBA MVP Kobe Bryant says of his schemes, the guy's a lab rat. He'll stay in there and figure things out and figure percentages out and who's doing what. He really focuses on the task at hand. Guys, it's a proven method, that's for sure.
Thank you, Doris. You can't argue with the results of Thibodeau's work ethic.
No, that's for sure. And, having the success he's had as a defensive mind doesn't come by accident. I mean, this is a guy who puts in countless hours watching film and devising schemes.
There he goes. Get a three in the first. We're starting to look for it here.
From deep Rose, and the Bulls another three.
And they answer right back with that three.
It's a good old shootout. The fans are enjoying this show.
Back to Red. Butler covering. Butler with the steal.
Boy, you got to love that kind of anticipatory defense.
Here's Jennings, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a three-point play. Both teams deciding to change it up.
At the line of the box, Brandon Jennings. Shooting one.
And he's unable to convert here on the three-point play. Good if it goes. Shot is off. And that does it for the first half of play.
What a game for Rose. 18 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
Now, he's a maestro, Clark. I mean, the conductor of this offense, putting on a fantastic performance.
Bulls lead by 13.
Sunday Hoops seems like a perfect way to start the week. Welcome to your HB Halftime Report. Chicago with the lead against the Bucks at Bradley Center. Offensively, they've been unstoppable, getting everything they want. Derrick Rose is having himself a big-time game. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that. And on the other side, Milwaukee just keeps scrapping. They've been working the ball inside, getting in close, easy points around the rim. Some great work out there by Brandon Jennings. He's up to 9 points. He's also made plays for others, showing his court vision definitively in this one. And a couple of guys here came to play for their respective teams. We'll try and both keep it going in the third. That's going to do it for us here in the studio. We'll send you back to Kevin Harland and the crew. Second half call.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Here is Jennings.
Well, Milwaukee had such a tough season a year ago. They had a lot of high hopes, but injuries seemed to derail them, and they never could get going, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
It's right outside. Red's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Bucks.
He is not the guy you want to leave open behind the arc, guys. I mean, come on, you got to understand who you're defending.
Shot tonight. Bucks trail by 10. It's up, and with that one, the lead is turned to single digits. Red's got 5 points now in the quarter. Back just a bit from Milwaukee. Much more comfortable, it seems, Clark, playing Eastern Conference opponents. Of course, they see him much more often.
Yeah, that's a familiarity is part of it, but also I think the fact that the Bucks prefer the slow-down game. And in the Eastern Conference, more teams play that way than don't. So the Bucks had a comfort level there and still had a tough time getting win.
And here are the Bucks now. Rip Hamilton getting it to go from deep. Gathers, and there's Carlos Boozer on the assist by Rose. And the Bulls lead by 13. Timeout called the Bucks.
Well, Milwaukee, going into last season, guys, really looked to be on the upswing. They had made the playoffs the previous year. They had a nice group of young players, but the free agent acquisitions that they made really didn't pan out.
Here is Jennings. He's got 9. It's stolen by Rose.
What a steal. That's some excellent defense right there.
And finished off by Noah.
You give him an opening like that one, he'll take advantage.
Great looking transition that time, guys.
So it's Milwaukee now. Down by 15. Back to what Steve was saying about the Bucks there. They did make some moves. They just didn't pan out.
No, they did not. And you never know. I mean, I thought they were well-intentioned in the moves they made, but when you get between those lines, sometimes it just doesn't come together as you had hoped. And that clearly was the case for Milwaukee.
Jennings with the bucket.
We've seen some great shooting from him today. They've got to lean on him a little bit more.
Hamilton outside. Guarded by Red. Hamilton dishes to Rose. Shoots over Jennings. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist from Richard Hamilton. 20 points for Rose. Hamilton against Jennings. It's right outside. The shot's good. Jennings making the play. Jennings has got 6 assists in the game.
I mean, that's strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 4 shooting for this team.
Out of bounds. And they retain possession. And Baramute's checked in for the Bucks. Douglas Roberts comes in for Steven Jackson. Then for the Bulls, Ashik is checked in for Noah. And it's Bogans in for Richard Hamilton. Here's Rose. 20 points for him. There's the 3, and that one's good. Rose has got 23 points.
What a marvelous job they've done of sharing the basketball. A ton of assists.
Well, they know where each other is all the time, and they're moving the ball, just finding the open guy. Nobody seems to care who scores.
Here's Douglas Roberts. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, the Bulls were a tough team while traveling last season and ended up with the second most road wins in the Eastern Conference, trailing only the Miami Heat.
We're talking about the Bulls on the road. They got those 26 road wins by, I think, getting really tough.
Well, they're such a good rebounding team, guys, and when you rebound on the road, it gives you a chance to win.
Here's Butler. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
He got that one, but he hasn't been producing the way we're accustomed to. He needs to look for a shot a bit more.
And it's Red that time on the assist from Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got his 7th assist in the game. Rose against Jennings. Knocked loose. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Not a great year for the Bucks, and as they were eliminated from playoff contention, Jennings let his unhappiness with that and with the roster turnover be known. He was pretty adamant and demonstrative about it.
A lapse in focus there because that looked to be a pretty easy pass to make.
It's stolen by Rose. Jumps up, and Rose throws it down hard. Now let's take a look at it once again with our Spike Slam Cam.
Well, he's got enough hang time there to put a little something extra on that one. 2 scoops of ice cream after that.
Well, that's a play that's going to be remembered from this game, that's for sure.
I think that was more like a banana split, Clark.
That's good. Red's got 13 points in the second half. Touching back on that story about Jennings, he has a bit of a point, but you still can't expect smooth sailing each year as a now third-year player. Steve, what do you think about that?
Well, you usually just have to work harder to get back to the playoffs, and I would think Jennings will do that. He was disappointing in his second season. His field goal percentage was way down. He's got a lot of improvement to make individually, and he doesn't need to worry about what's going on with the roster around him. Well, that's great. You take advantage of that turnover and convert at the other end.
Absolutely. I mean, points off turnovers this time generated off the steal.
Are you young money?
The three is launched, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
Come on, man. You got to pay better attention than that on a shooter like him. We'll make that 10 times out of 10.
From deep throws, and the Bulls another three.
And he gets a 3 of his own. Good answer there.
Yeah, and he's not scared to trade shots like that.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Red from outside the arc. The shot's good. Jennings making the play. Jennings has got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. On its way from Rose for 2, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
That's now 7 straight for them coming from fast breaks.
Just making it look easy out there the way they're running.
Red outside. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Red's got 29. Here's Boozer. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It goes on Brandon Jennings.
Yeah, don't give up anything for free. I like that. Send him to the line.
Yeah, they don't want to sit back and watch you lay it in. I mean, make them earn it. Make them earn it. Don't give up anything easy.
Boozer hits them both. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
Yeah, we have, Kevin, and that's exactly what this team needed from him. He's been terrific.
And you know what, Steve? A double-double in 3 quarters of play, guys. I mean, that's nothing to complain about.
And we'll get it going after this from the Bradley Center. We're still getting underway here in the fourth. Let's go down to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Spark of the Game report. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, our spark of the game goes to the Bulls for that major surge. They've gotten on a roll here and almost seem to have taken the heart and will right out of their opponent. We'll see if they can keep things rolling here in the fourth period, guys.
Okay, Doris, thank you. And that run, Clark, really changed the complexion of this game.
Yeah, it sure did. I thought it stirred something up in them that got them on a good run.
Yeah, got the ball rolling for them, and they were able to keep it going from there, guys.
Here is Korver, guarded by Jackson. Watson with the pass to Korver. A 3-ball gets the bucket. Hamilton's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Bulls. Here's Boykins. And Andrew Bogut with it on the assist by Boykins. 8 points for Bogut. That's a 2 from Corver. No good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. For 3, Dooling. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
You know, guys, he's always looking for that open three. I mean, that's his strength. And sometimes the best defense.
Slam dunk. Wow. Now the Sprite Slam cam for the replay.
Now that's just rubbing it in. Fella.
Throwing it down with style.
These folks are not going to forget that one anytime soon.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
He wants to make a few adjustments out there, and he's running through those with his team right now. I think he knew the Bulls were geared up for a deep postseason run last year, and after the regular season, I don't think they're disappointed at all.
A different look for Milwaukee. Drew Gooden has checked in for Delfino, and Michael Redd has subbed in for Keon Dooling. Then for the Bulls, Ashik has checked in for Noah, and Derrick Rose is subbed in for C.J. Watson. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to listen in on what Scott Skiles was going over with his teams. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride. Let's make a stand defensively, get a stop, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Thanks again, Doris. Getting back to the Bulls anytime the top 60 wins and the top seed in the league. You know, you're expected to do, Steve, some pretty big things come the postseason.
And getting to the Eastern Conference Finals was fantastic for Chicago, but now the honeymoon's over. Now the expectations will be high, and anything less than a trip to the finals may be viewed as a failure by the fans. I think their only hope now, Clark, is to slow him down with a double team.
Well, they got to stop the bleeding, put the tourniquet on him. He's been tough to play straight up. The lift they've gotten from him today has been huge. I mean, he's been steady offensively and has helped them get out in front here so far.
Pull from the top of the key, and another basket for Milwaukee. Here's Rose. The dive for the ball. Outside Jackson, and Rose picks him up defensively. Here's Boykins, and another three from Milwaukee.
Just an unbelievable display of offense here today.
Well, it seems like every shot that goes up finds its way to the hoop. I mean, every player is sharp and on target.
Hamilton hits good. This time the assist from Rose. Hamilton's got 6 in the quarter.
Tell you what, he's draining the three ball at will, guys.
Yeah, he is, and they've got to find a way to get out there on it.
One shot. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Here is Boykins. And Rose picks him up defensively. Here is Boykins. It's covered by Rose. A nice shot by Boykins.
You gotta love what he's doing out there, guys. With his team down, he's personally trying to bring them back.
Over Rose. And Earl Boykins, the bucket on the assist by Gooden. Boykins has got 14 points here in the second half. Chicago calls timeout.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. He's got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for Milwaukee. The Bulls also changing it up. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Ashik. Boozer comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Butler in for Kyle Korver.
But it's only his first turnover, so he's done a nice job here offensively.
Stolen by Noah. Guys, a good chance for them to slow down.
Yeah, I agree. Got to use some clock here.
There's Rose with the three, and the shot is good. Rose has got 39.
Now, it's hard to set up your D when you've just turned it over at the other end.
Yeah, a lot of points have been given up here, Steve, by way of turnovers. And their defense has just been short-circuited by their offense.
There's a minute 34 left in the game. Launches it, and Hamilton gets it to go on the assist by Rose. Hamilton's got 29 in the game. It's stolen by Rose. Hamilton left side. Fires for 3. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
Yeah, this is a done deal here. They've pretty much finished this team off.
Yes, we can put this one in the book. Too much to overcome now.
Great unselfishness on the fast break.
Here's Noah. Yes, that's Rose with the assist that time. 7 points for Joakim Noah. Rose is whistled for reaching in. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul, team's first.
Here's Jackson. Butler covering. Ring shot on the way. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Nice little run here, but it may be too little too late.
Yeah, I agree. Just not enough time, Steve. The clock is their enemy, not their friend.
I think that may do it here. They're trying to put the nail in the coffin.
Well, just adding to the lead as we approach the final buzzer.
Wasted no time on that one. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Rose kicks to Hamilton. Three-pointer, and the Bulls another three.
Looks like it's over. Double-digit margin, clock running down. Just take care of the ball now.
Yep, it's a simple equation. This one's open. Use the clock and take care of the owner.
C.J. Watson, he's checked in for Derrick Rose. Here's Jackson. Hamilton defending. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Excellent find there on that inbound. Really good execution.
And the Bulls tack on two more.
Boy, how about the streak he's on right now?
This thing, Steve, is getting out of hand. Great stuff.
That's going to do it. I don't think they have enough time here now.
This one's in the books.
Noah against Jackson. Noah, it's the reach-in call. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The free throw drops for Jackson.
At the line of the box, Stephen Jackson.
He hits both from the stripe. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And it's Butler missing.
Boy, he had a good look there.
Got to take those when they come.
And stolen by Watson. Hamilton kicks to Butler. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Bulls lead by 19.
What a floor leader he's been at the offensive end.
You know, he's done a terrific job of moving the ball around, sharing it, dispersing it, and running the show.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose.
Thanks for watching, guys. This is Andre Kenshin, and we'll see you tomorrow on Monday night. We're off to Phoenix, Arizona, as Steve Nash in the home 2K12 2024 season debut of the Phoenix Suns will host Carmelo Anthony of the New York Knicks. And also don't forget, tomorrow we have the three biggest match in Week 11. We got the Baltimore Ravens, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Buffalo Bills, rematch of the AFC Divisional Playoff, and the Sunday Night Football, we will have the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. This is Andre Kenshin, say so long and see you tomorrow for the Knicks and Suns game. Sign up and peace out. Good night, everyone.